I'm going to do a hopefully somewhat quick video here showing how I build my wood crates for freight and ground shipping. So this crate here is one that's going to go freight. It's made from 5/8 OSB and 2x4s, and a lot of people think this is overkill, and it is, but using 3/8 OSB and 1x4s only reduces the cost of making the crate by about $15, and the actual shipping charge is maybe another $15. So I figured for $30, might as well make these things bomb proof. Basically just screw the 2x4s to the OSB from the inside using 1 5/8 drywall screws. Then I make each piece separately and they get connected together on the sides here with 4-inch drywall screws. Then on the bottom it's just a couple 2x4s screwed together and then screwed to the bottom piece, and that's so the forklift can get under there. Put the smooth side of the OSB on the outside so the stickers and labels will stick to it, and then on the inside it's just got the textured part, but that won't matter. I always put a little spray paint on the corner so when the customer takes it apart they know which way it goes back together in case they want to reuse it for something else. And then these here will be shipped FedEx ground, even though they're still a wooden crate. And these are 3/8 or 7/16 OSB and 1x2s. Everything else is the same, except I don't have the bottom skid on there because they're not going to be forklifted. And then over here, this is all 2-inch thick beadboard foam, which gets cut up, and the crates get lined with that, so there's 2 inches of padding on each side, and the padding really doesn't do anything like it would if you were to package it in a box. The main reason is to keep the item from moving around. The crate itself offers the protection. So this is all cut so it fits exactly and there's no airspace at all, so once that furniture's in there it can't possibly move no matter what they do to the crate. Wow. Take that back. This fly fishing display system here is what we're going to be shipping today. All 3 of these modular tops and the stand are going into the large crates, and then 2 other tops that I haven't finished yet are going to be going into the smaller crates. But just for this video I will show you how I put one of these into the smaller crate, and then we'll move on to the big crate after that. So the first thing I'm going to do with these individual modules is get them all wrapped up with shrink wrap. Just label the top here. This thing here is the Little Nelson. It's the best shrink wrap dispenser you can buy. It's got a little break on it, like $30, worth every penny. I know you guys are going to cringe at this, but I've done it plenty of times. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pack this up into this small crate. First thing we do is we got our foam that fits right into the bottom. This should be a really tight fit. this last piece of foam here, if I try to stick that in there, it's going to hit the pulls on the thing, so I have to cut this. I left this intentionally just to show you. This is a 3-inch putty knife that's been sharpened with a file into an edge like that, and works really great. Just slice right through this stuff pretty easy with it. They also make a thing called a hot knife that is a blade that heats up that will slice right through this stuff. If I was doing a huge volume, I'd probably buy one. They're a couple $100. I'm sure they're worth the money. And you can see how much pressure I had to put on that to get it in there. That's how tight that fits in there. And then normally, I'm not shipping this one out, this is just for an example, but normally I would put a copy of the packing slip in here and also a second copy of the FedEx shipping label. I'll put that right under the foam. Top. We put our top on, make sure the painted corners all line up. There you have it. So this is going to get shipped FedEx ground. The module weighs probably 35 pounds and the crate weighs about another 35 right in there. So generally this is about 70 to 80 pound shipment, just depending on the wood type and everything. It's really not that bad. It's $9 for irregular packaging because it's a wood crate, but even with insurance and the irregular crate fee, it usually costs about $50 to ship one of these. So that's pretty reasonable, I think. And haven't had any damage yet shipping them this way. So I've taken the top and one of the sides off the crate to make it easier to load. And the first thing I'm going to do is put the piece of foam on the bottom. Okay, then just like the smaller one, these two pieces are split for the drawer pulls to have some space. Well, I didn't account for the 1/4 inch overhang on the top here, so I got some notching to do, and we're gonna go back into time lapse here for a little bit. Call it ingenuity, call it what you want, but this seems to work. Instant notch. I think I'll go do the rest outside. Back in business. I think it's pretty safe to say that this isn't going anywhere. Let's see down there, that's where the handles are. That's why I had that space between these two. And this centerpiece will go up to there, and if that gets damaged, it's going to have to fall out of the truck, I guess. So now I'll start putting the modules in. We're supposed to go right here. Alright, back in business. Well, there you have it. Nothing in there is going to budge. So just put the one last piece of foam on the top and then screw the lid on, but I don't have the packing slip and shipping label printed yet, so that's the end for now. Okay, I am back. In a couple hours I got all my paperwork done, so I have go ahead and put this top on. And then what I do is I take a copy of the actual FedEx freight label and a copy of my packing slip, and I just put those right on there. Just in case anything ever happens, they have to open the crate, they'll have all the information they need there. Now I put this side up stickers and glass stickers, but these stickers mean absolutely nothing to the shippers. They're under no obligation to follow them or even look at them. I just figured they're cheap and they can't hurt. And I put these on absolutely everything I ship, whether it's in a box, a wood crate, whether it goes freight, ground, I put glass stickers on everything, whether there's glass in it or not. Just figured if it makes one person think twice, then it paid for the few cents that it cost. These are your FedEx shipping label and a little stick-on pouch. I put one of these on the top, and I also put one on the side just in case one falls off or gets wet or something. And then the very last thing is packing slip. Same thing, little envelope, one on the top, one on the side. And there we have it, all crated up and ready to go to, this one's going to Colorado. So packing slip, shipping label, warning stickers, all four sides. And then on the top, got one more glass sticker, and then the packing slip and the shipping. That's about it. And then I'll have the guys next door come over with their forklift, the moving company I have next door, and they'll bring it over to their place, and FedEx will pick it up tomorrow morning. It will be in Colorado on Tuesday. Just 2 days for FedEx freight, 3 days to get across the other side of the country. So they're really, really fast. The cost of shipping this is about $400. Almost half of that is the liftgate fee and residential delivery fee. The freight alone is only a couple $100. I mean, Colorado's pretty close, but even to ship this to the East Coast might be about $300. It's when you start adding in the residential liftgate fees, it gets pretty expensive. And if I did not have a moving company next to my shop, I would have to pay another $84 when they picked it up just for them to use the liftgate and get it in the truck. So it can get pretty expensive when you start adding all the extra features in, but as far as the freight itself, it's really pretty reasonable. And like I said, if this crate was made out of the smaller, thinner OSB and 1x4s, it maybe cost $15 less to ship. Sometimes, depending on the size of the crate, it actually costs the same to ship it, even though it weighs twice as much. Not twice, but it'll weigh a good 70-80 pounds more.